Today I've got this SIRE Markus Miller Bass. Beautiful specimen. It's got a sunburst finish, a roasted maple neck, kind of looks like cherry wood. And the story is that they were on a stage outside, and for some reason there was only one song left in the set, but the bass player set his guitar up on the stand. And a big gust of wind came and it blew over the PA, it knocked over his music stand, it knocked the bass over, and it broke the neck. We're going to set it on the bench over here and get a closer look. We're going to be gluing it up though, and I'll show you the whole process. Clamping, it's a problem, because this is not a good, parallel surface to clamp. So I think I'll use the bandsaw to make some calls. A wedge-shaped one on this side, and then a kind of a custom-sized one on this side, where I can get that glue in there and squeeze it together. I'm not gonna put a new finish on this, so we want it, and this is a place where sweat can get in or rain can get on it when you do the outside gigs. Not gonna go with the hide glue. I'm not gonna go with Titebond Original. I'm gonna go with Titebond 3. Now this being a satin finish, I think I'll go ahead and wet sand it to try to rid myself of that nasty old crack. Say no to crack. All right. I took StewMac thin super glue, placed a little on a X-Acto blade, and kind of dropped it into the crack. I used 2 razor blades that help the super glue flow in the right place, exactly where I want it. Use a little accelerator to make sure it dries quick. Then I take my little razor blade with I turn the edge on it to give it a little curl, you know, a little whoosh, whoosh, coming around this side. I mark the side with a Sharpie, and then I put masking tape around the outer edges. Now I'm going to scrape this way. And then I'll take some superfine steel wool. Just get rid of any shiny spots left by the super glue. Because this is, remember, this is a satin finish. But I experimented with a little sandpaper on that spot. Decided against using any sandpaper. That was a wet sanded with 600. But I think steel wool's going to be the acceptable route. I'm going to do one more spot here, and then I'll flip it over and do the glossy side. I'm going to see what a little linseed oil does to this. Sometimes on a satin finish, linseed oil fills in some of the super fine scratches. Still see it right up close, but from a distance, it's unnoticeable. Try to treat what's remaining of this crack. This is cleaner wax. I guess you could use paste wax. I've never had that Johnson floor wax stuff. But I'm going to get it pretty close to the crack. Probably within a 1/16 of an inch to either side, so there's like an 1/8 inch reveal there. And now I'm going to take Stumac thin on a razor blade. Just a one little drop. I'm going to spread it onto another razor blade. I'm going to help it down into that crack right there. And there's one more spot right there. One more spot. I don't think it's going into that spot. Oh, there it went. I had to kind of poke through. Because what it is it's an air pocket that's causing that lighter color in the crack. Now I'm going to wipe it off. And the super glue is going to leave little smudges and stuff, so we'll put some accelerator on there. And I'm going to get, this is a softer type of paper towel. It's the Viva paper towel. It doesn't leave too many scratches. I guess it's already pretty much hardened, but this is the accelerator, just to make sure it's good and cured. Now just see that smudge right? Yeah. camera's not picking it up. But I'll go in here now with some polishing compound. This is the Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. I always use this stuff now because the color tone stuff is kind of toothpaste pasty. It also looks white like this stuff, but when it gets down in a crack, it leaves this dry, white, chalky residue that never looks good. It goes right into the corners, you know, between the body and the neck, stuff like that. It's good to go in all directions. And that's it. At least that white air pocket in the crack is gone. There still remains a crack, but you can't see it until you get really close. Just from 1 foot out you can't see it. And that crack went all the way through.